I'm gonna show you exactly how to stop intrusive thoughts from controlling your life. If you are constantly battling with those unwanted thoughts that making you feel anxious and guilty, I understand how exhausting it is to never feel at peace. I am not a therapist, but I've been where you are, and after years of struggling with anxiety and 6 months of deep research, I finally break the cycle. And in this video, I will show you the exact 3-step system that helped me take back control and finally feel the peace that I was desperate for. Here's what most people don't realize about intrusive thoughts. Nearly everything you've been doing is making them even worse. You probably try to rationalize your thoughts or try to think positive, like you replace your negative thoughts with positive ones. But the more you try to put those thoughts away, the louder it gets, right? This is called thought suppression rebound effect. When researchers tell people don't think about a white elephant and they think about a white elephant, I mean, you're probably thinking about white elephant right now. That's how our minds work. Our brain simply cannot think about something as soon as we tell them not to think about it. And every time you fight an intrusive thought, your brain interrupted us. Oh yes, this must be important and dangerous, so I better keep this flag so that I can protect you. Your brain is trying to protect you by giving more intrusive thoughts. This creates what I call an anxiety thought spiral. A thought scares you, so you fight it. Fighting it signals important to your brain. Your brain thinks you need to be on alert for that. So your brain brings back those thoughts even stronger, and the cycle never ends. For years, I was trapped in that exact cycle. And I remember one particular day, I was about to go on a date with my girlfriend at that time. As I was commuting to go there, I had a thought like, what if my house get burned down? There wasn't even logical reason behind that fear. I mean, I checked everything before I leave. No candle flame, I closed everything. But for some reason, my mind latched onto that thought and just wouldn't let go. My mind was flooded with thoughts like, what if something happened? I need to go back and check. What if I lose everything? For nearly 45 minutes on that bus, I battled with that thought. I tried to rationalize myself and told myself, it's okay, I checked everything, nothing's gonna go wrong. Everything is fine. I distract myself because that was my automatic response. I scroll, I listen to music, but nothing worked. Even on that date, I could not stay present. I kept imagining coming home and seeing my house burn down. Only when after hours later, when I actually got back home, nothing happened. Everything is fine. Only then my anxiety fades. Later I realized what triggered that. Prior to that day, I read a news article about 3 houses burned down because someone forgot to turn off the electric stove. My brain remembered that story and tortured me with that what if scenarios. Looking back, it's kind of funny. I mean, my brain took one news story and turned it into a catastrophic thought. I had so many similar thoughts like that for every single day for years. This all happened because I didn't know what was happening in my brain and I didn't know how to deal with it. Our brain generates thousands of thoughts every single minute, but we barely notice them. Occasionally, our brain produces some disturbing thoughts, and that's when we become anxious. But the truth is, these scary thoughts doesn't define us. They're just mental junk. And when you're anxious, your brain is like this paranoid alarm system. It treats every single thought as if something scary is about to happen. The biggest problem we fell into is when we have these kind of intrusive thoughts, we identify ourselves with this thought. Let's say I had a thought about being violent onto someone, and then I think about I need to be violent. That's like saying my neighbor's dog bark at me. That means I'm a dog. I know my jokes are not funny and I'm terrible at it, but it is very, very important to understand that you are not your thoughts. Right now, your mind is producing countless thoughts and you don't even notice them. Most of these thoughts just come and go. You don't even know. You don't even pay attention to them. But the key difference is, whilst you cannot control what thoughts come to your mind, but you do have control over which thought you are going to focus and engage with it. Thoughts are like clouds that are passing through the sky of mind. You cannot control which cloud to be appear on your head, right? But you can choose to look at the cloud you want. The same as with the thinking. Once you understand this, you can finally break the cycle with 3 steps. Step 1 is to observe without resistance. Instead of trying to fight that thought and trying to make it disappear, just observe that the thought is there and you just need to acknowledge it. Let's say you had a thought about, oh, I'm a terrible person. Instead of thinking like, I am a terrible person, you just need to think that I am having a thought that is saying that I'm a terrible person. I am having a thought, not I am. This technique is called cognitive diffusion. It creates spaces between you and thought. I'll give you another example. Let's say you're driving and you had a thought about crashing onto someone. Instead of panicking, oh my god, I'm gonna crash on someone, just say that I am having that thought. It's okay, my brain is just trying to protect me. Just acknowledge that your brain is just trying to protect you. You don't need to analyze or do anything, just observe it. Step 2 is to understand your brain's protection system. As I've said, your brain or these thoughts aren't your enemy. They're just trying to protect you. Think of your brain like a highly sensitive smoke detector. Sometimes these smoke detectors are oversensitive and they go off when you're just making a toast. Your anxious brain works similarly. All these thoughts are just emergency alerts. And this hypersensitivity actually serves our ancestors. If a caveman thought, what if there is a tiger behind that bush? Your brain better take it seriously, right? Because you're in actual danger. Throughout this evolution, our brain hasn't changed much. So it's still react the same to thoughts like, what if I embarrass myself in a public speaking? Or whatever, things like that. You need to accept that your brain is just trying to protect you. I know I'm repeating this, but it's very important. Step 3 is to redirect with purpose. So now, instead of fighting the thoughts or doing nothing with it, focus your attention onto something that is meaningful. Okay, I'm not telling you to distract yourself with scrolling or doing anything. Those are going to just numb your brain. Instead, I want you to do something that is aligned with your goals. Let's say you had a thought about that I'm being worthless. You acknowledge it, you observe it, you accept that. Then you work on meaningful things that will make you closer to your goals. You focus on the present moment and you take action. So in that way, you judge yourself by what you do instead of what thoughts you have. Now these will help you in the moment, but there is something much important that I need to share with you. You need to be kind to yourself in this process. People like us who have this intrusive thoughts, we are often incredibly self-critical. It's always like, what if wrong with me? Why can't I control myself? Why this is happening to me? But this self-criticism is often making things worse by adding fear and shame to these thoughts, which then convince our brain that these thoughts are even more threatening, so you are even more sensitive. So this self-compassion isn't just a woo-woo thing. It's gonna calm your nervous system. It's gonna reduce that anxiety that amplify all these thoughts at the first place. Now these 3 things will help you deal with your day-to-day intrusive thoughts, but won't help you heal your anxiety. And if you want to completely heal your anxiety, you need to check out this video.